Today I'm going to be completely revamping this slightly dreary bedroom. When I first painted this, I painted it with a colour that I just happened to have in the house. I didn't like it, but the walls needed to be painted. And whilst I absolutely love this reading nook that I've created, the rest of the room just feels super old, dreary, boring. Hello. This is my absolutely stunning reading nook. I really love this corner of the room and I kind of want the rest to match it. I'm going to paint it with a green that will be quite similar but not the same as this colour so that it blends in. I'm also going to add some moulding around the top. Didn't cost that much money, but it's going to have a huge impact to the appearance. I'm also going to finish these cupboards in here so that they are done and I can start using them properly as storage. As you would have seen from yesterday's video, I have picked up a huge 2.4 metre long piece of MDF to do the bottom part of these cupboards. I only had a small bit left, so I can't match the same size and shape as this bottom shelf. So I got that to do the two top bits, and I'm hoping to use the rest of it that will be left over for another couple of things that I have planned. I only have 2 full days to not only completely revamp this room, but to also generate some content around what I've done, because thankfully I'll be working with a brand on this particular video, which is so helpful when I can work with brands on projects that I intend to do anyway, because it allows me to continue to make educational content whilst also having the support of brands. So good for the brand too, because you get to find out about the brands that I use. So excited to make this video. A little bit intimidated by how little time I have, but I guess I should get started. Okie dokie. Aside from the coving and the MDF that I have in the kitchen, I've also picked up this floor protector for hardwood floors. These floors were one of the only things in my entire house that I actually had done by a professional. They came in and they did a wonderful job, but as you can see, I don't always look after them very well. This floor protector is a desperate attempt for me to change my ways. We're going to start a new life together. There's also a protective cover in this kit that I've picked up, which I'm going to open now because it looks like it has all sorts of really useful stuff in there actually. Oh, that's right, I got this one because it had the radiator roller as well, so I can get behind there. And the last thing that I picked up was this paint. I've not used the Crafted range by Crown before, but I really wanted to give it a go. It looks really rich. What a beautiful colour. I'm really procrastinating getting started because I'm worried that I don't have enough time to finish it, and therefore not starting at all seems to be my go-to. Make it make sense. Okay, you can do this. You can do this, Emma. We just need some positive affirmations. So my first instinct was to start covering everything up to avoid the paint spatter, but we're nowhere near that stage yet because I need to put the moulding up first. That's not the right way. That way. Okay. Because that's obviously going to be painted over, so it makes sense that it's there. I also need to do these shelves first as well. So cutting some MDF down to size and also sticking up the moulding ready so this room can be painted. Just before then, I will put protective sheeting down. Does that make sense, or is that silly? Should I do it now so that there's less dust on the floor? I should do it now. I should do it now, because if I'm going to have it down anyway, it will stop all the dust that will be created by me hanging. Okay, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to first start by taking all of this stuff out because this doesn't need to be here. Not too worried about this because this is going to be in the section that I'm not painting, so let's take the stuff out. I need to get a different drill bit. This bit has been drilled out ever so slightly, and therefore I can't get any traction with it. So I'm going to get a flat piece. This particular screw has the capability to have a cross screw as well as a flat one, so give me a sec. There we have it. I'll also have to take these plugs out because this is where the coving is going to go. This is what I meant when I was talking about this screw being worn out. When I tried to use this cross bit, it just spins. It's not managing to catch onto any of the metal. So instead I traded it out for this bit with the flat head, which will just lie in that gap, and that's how I was able to get it out. You do have to apply a little bit of pressure to make sure that it has the traction, but that made it so much easier. Just a really quick trade out of these two drill bits solved that problem. So it's already nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I have not made loads of progress. I've mostly just, I have made loads of progress, but it's hard to see it, and therefore I'm feeling down and out about it. I have cleared the room. That does take a long time. Sometimes I underestimate how much time is needed for that particular part of it. I probably could have done this last night. Well, that's actually not true because I need to be able to film it as part of the footage that I'm making. I prefer to do that in the real sunlight, even if I do have some complementary lights. You can really tell when it's nighttime and you're doing footage. It just doesn't come out as well. So I'm going to pop out for some sneaky lunch. I'm just going to buy something from the local area because I am so short of time. I'm going to come back and I'm going to crack on with this coving. Perhaps on my walk to the local shops I might do some research on if the way that I intend to do it is crazy or not. I'm thinking a sandwich. Pen's run out. I've moved to a slightly more trusty pen. A pencil. I thought I'd put this first piece of coving up to see how straight the line was. I know that my house is so unbelievably wonky because it's an old cottage that I kind of don't feel like I stand a chance of making it straight. But I do stand a chance of making it look straight, which in my book is just as good. So having looked at this line, there's a couple of areas that I think are a bit wonky. This nail here seems to be a little bit high, so I might actually just pop that out. When I do this, I'm going to put the nails actually not quite as frequently as I have here, because I think that messes up the line. If they are further apart, it gives me more opportunity for the coving to come out straight. Now keep in mind that I've only nailed this in with a single nail, just because I wanted to be able to stand back from it and see what it looked like. So it definitely looks wonkier than it will actually be because it's not stuck to the ceiling. But yeah, happy with it so far. I'm going to cut that second end so that it's ready to have a new piece butt up against it. These were some slight boo-boos I made when putting these nails in. A couple of areas the plaster chipped. But I have scored all the way around the top, the ceiling. So that's ready for the coving when I've cut it. Just realised I did that corner incorrectly. This is simply the cost of learning a new skill. And even though I have followed guidance online, it's still not quite right. Doesn't matter too much because I'm going to be able to correct it and work out what to do to get the corners correct for the next ones. This is what I'm meaning. So the angle of the coving isn't quite correct. It's supposed to be not only going up to that corner, but actually it seems that it kind of curves out to curve into the center. This is why the coving tool is needed. Now I thought I could get away without using the coving tool. I was wrong. I'm going to need that, so I'm going to go pick one up. This isn't a huge deal because I still have this piece. I'm just going to stick this piece back in with the new shape and I'll just be able to tidy up the edges. So it's not a huge deal. And just when I cut the next piece, I will cut it correctly and it'll look splendid. And I'm showing you this as per usual because even though this will look amazing when it's finished, I don't want you to only see the amazing finished parts because otherwise you don't see all of the struggle. You don't see all of the problems that I've had to overcome or the bits that haven't gone quite right. And yeah, it makes complete sense that this might happen when you are learning a new skill. This is new to me and therefore I made a mistake. These things can always be figured out. I'm just about to go into the basement and cut the MDF that I need for the bottom of these. I'm going to use the actual pieces that I've cut already that are the correct shape to work out the shape and size of the... Oh, this is, there's some spider mites on my Peperomia Hope. I'm going to have to spray that in a bit. I'm going to go cut these bits now. I'm really behind on this video and it is stressing me out a little bit, because I obviously want this to be delivered on time. This pains me to do, but I'm gonna have to cut this down in my kitchen. This won't fit down my stairs into my basement, which is where my workshop is. So I'm gonna have to cut some of it off here, which means not only masking up, which I would do anyway, because this stuff is not good for you, but also getting the vacuum out to suck up all the dust, trying to open some windows, and then the entire room is going to need a good clean because of one piece of MDF. So how's it going? It's not going good. Okay, maybe a little bit dramatic. I am making some amazing progress. I have installed the other two shelves, so cut down both of the bits of MDF and cut the fronts. I've just glued them on. I glued this bit. When I did this one at the bottom, I used screws. With these, just use glue. So much easier. You live and you learn. So these two are, you know, pretty much done. They need to dry and I'll go back and fill in the gaps. I'll probably put some wood primer on them before I add the colour for the room, because I think I'll just paint those the colour that I'm going to do the room. Still have nearly all of the coving to do. I need to pop to the shop and pick up the coving tool. It's okay. I still have one day. I'm not going to be doing this tomorrow because I have an obligation tomorrow. I have something that I have to do. So I'll be finishing this off on Thursday. That's where I'm going to sign out for today. Wish me luck for this last bit of the project. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you find out how it goes, of course.